He made a vid? Oh no! He made a vid? Gotta find. I know. Oh no! Oh no. Is this something I want to put myself through right now?
So this might be the... Okay, this is Hannah Reloaded. Okay.
Over under. How transphobic is this going to be? Some. Much. Gratuitous. Should be interesting. I shouldn't get in the middle of this because this is between Jake and he, but I find this so funny. So
I'm not gonna say anything.
Here we go.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Over under implies there's a chance he won't be transphobic. True.
I just want everyone to remember a famous Magog quote that started with that.
Mm-hmm.
And okay. All right, Anna.
So I'm gonna watch it anyway. This guy is a chud, a libertarian.
Oh wait, I'm covering him up. Hold on, let me
Oof. That's a big oof, bud.
So I'm a chud. I have no idea what the fuck a chud is. Let me back you up, just to be fair.
Between Jake and he, but I find this so funny, so I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Okay.
This guy is a chud,
I have no idea what a chud is.
a
There's nothing funny about the
libertarian.
tools of
You could
capitalism.
Google it, you know? You could Google it. Told you he would? Oh, of course he would. I expected that. And
That's probably fair. My political compass test usually says is I'm a slight right libertarian.
yeah.
Although I've been moving to moderately right libertarian.
I saw your political compass test. Definitely libertarian.
Why is that a bad thing, Hannah Reloaded?
Oh, all the adults in the room, I don't need to explain that to them because we all got over our libertarian phase after we turned 15. And a person who doesn't know how clocks work. He did a thing.
The
Is he gonna defend the clocks again?
clocks are props. I don't give a shit about the clocks. Do you know why I brought the clocks back? Because they drove so many people fucking nuts.
I'm obsessed with the clocks, friendo, I gotta tell ya. You know, you say you don't care about the clocks, but you're kind of entirely missing the context of what happened, and it's hilarious that you're trying to deflect on this. So Jake pointed out your clocks were set to the wrong time zones. It's not about the clocks. It's about what the clocks represent. So Jake pointed out your clocks are set to the wrong, time zones that don't even make sense. They were, set half an hour apart. And you were like, Google time zones, idiot. And then you Googled time zones on stream, thus showing that you don't know how time zones work, and it proved you wrong. And since you realized you were wrong, instead of just being like a normal person, being like, oh yeah, I messed up. That's my bad. Haha, funny. You've been like, I don't even care about the clocks, guys. I don't care about the clocks at all. Seems like you do. Seems like you care about the clocks a lot, because they show, and I think is emblematic of a lot of your problems, confidently wrong, the inability to recognize that you have been wrong, and the inability to admit it to others. Not a very healthy mindset.
That's why I brought them back. Hell, Next time, I'll just completely fuck with the time zones.
Go for it. Please do.
Because I actually do got to buy a couple of clocks that are... Like, the LA one is totally off. But, because it should be 3:30.
There's one comment. And it's just, you're such a sad person. If that was one of you. Great.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
4 o'clock.
Devious Chilster with 80 bits. I don't care, screams the man dead set on making himself care lest he make his maulding ruin his already totally not receding hairline.
I think. Anyway. But, yeah, they're just props.
Yeah, clocks can be props. And then you defended the fact that you set the clock props wrong and were literally making fun of Jake and saying, Google how time zones work, idiot. And then you did so, and it proved that you were in fact the person who was wrong. That was why it was funny. It's not just, haha, guy gets clock set wrong, because that's the setup. You don't know how jokes work, and we talk about this in the video, about how you think joke is just saying an offensive thing. Jokes involve setups and payoffs. So the setup to the joke here, actually, this should be reflected because you're here. The setup to the joke is guy sets clocks wrong, and then he goes, ha 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 ha, you fool, you absolute maroon. Do you not know how time zones work? Payoff. Googles how time zones works. Proves himself wrong. You got an A to B there. A to B, A to B, A to B. Thing a while back where you see how he has these clocks in his background. You can see him a little better in the forefront, the most recent one. But like, did he fix them yet? Let me look. He thinks that time zones go by half-an-hour intervals.
They actually do at times. Yeah.
Very rarely. But you set, like, all of your clocks like that, and that's what people made fun of.
Yes. I did kind of prove it.
And no, you didn't! Ah! Your clocks were set as if every time zone is by half an hour, and then you Googled it. This is all on stream. There are do you want me to go find the video? Let's go do it. Let's go find the video. Come on. We're going on field trip, everyone. Oh, God. Where's the stupid clock thing? I know I already watched the video, so it's gotta say. It's from a week ago. Oh, there we go. There he is. Okay. I think it was in this video. Like, way back here.
He had to climb Coors Mountain. Don't you know it? Sometimes.
Okay. If that... I did it.
You gotta find where he Googles time zones.
Do take a while. That's why they're going to be bi-weekly.
Fake. Just set the clocks. Hoika man, thanks for the prime. It's fucking fake. Just set the clocks.
And today, the ladies of the young...
Okay, dude, corn cob. Hold on. Let me show you something. This is how easy this is.
This is why it's funny, because you're about to prove yourself
There's nothing
wrong.
funny about the tools
Set
of
up.
capitalism.
Here comes the payoff. Windchanter with 10 bits. You and Jake, please bully this guy off the internet. I'm not going to bully this guy. I'm just going to point out very, very silly things he's said and done.
Okay? Time. God damn it. Time in London. Right, it is 9:22 in the PM in London. Now, let's do another one. Time in Germany. 10:22. Now let's go to
Rule of threes in
Tokyo.
comedy, folks. It's a thing.
5:22. Okay, I'm getting annoyed.
The Aristocrats And that's the joke. It's funny because you thought you were about to prove yourself right, and then you did the opposite. That's the joke. And you do eventually find, like, India, because India is one of the, like, 5 places on the planet that actually goes by half an hours. But again, it's, like, 1 of 5. 99% of time zones don't work that way, and you were setting your clocks as if it was. And then when called out on that, you obstinately were like, no, I'm right, let me Google it. And then in a perfect comedy rule of threes, you proved yourself wrong, and that's funny, and that's why it's funny. Anyway, let's go back to you trying to gaslight us on why you think that's not what happened. There are some places on the planet where it's half an hour, but most of them aren't. So he had, like, all these clocks, almost all of them.
Look, does it really matter?
It matters that you were so confident and then you were wrong, yes. We'll skip over the clocks thing probably in a bit, because the clock thing is overplayed. I totes get it. But it is hilarious.
They're props.
That doesn't, you can't, do you think that's like your gotcha? Haha, you fool. You thought my clocks were clocks, but in fact, these clocks are props, so they're not clocks. Wow, really? Because, you know, you can set clocks on your wall as a set dressing, and it doesn't mean they aren't clocks. Haha. It'd be like imagine if I don't know. Imagine if I wore this, which I wear when we do the hype trains and stuff. Imagine if I wore this hat, which is my D&D character's hat, and I wore it like this. Let's pretend I can actually balance it. And someone goes, "That's not how you wear a hat." And I go, "You absolute idiot. This is easy. Let me Google how you wear a hat." And then I Google it, and it says, of course, you wear a hat like this. And then I go, "You fool. It's a prop hat. What you just said means nothing." His gotcha is always, well, I don't give a shit anyway. Yeah, it's pathetic. Never, ever would I resort to, well, I don't care, as an argument. Because if you're making a video response to something, and Lord of Patriarchy, let me tell you, as someone who's been in the YouTube game for a long, long time, over on Hannah and Jake and I have been on here for almost a decade. It's a nightmare, and we can't escape. It's like our Jumanji. Anyway, if you say, I don't care, in a video response, you just sound stupid, because of course you care. You're making a video response. I care. I care deeply about you, friend, and I think you should drink less. I also struggle with the alcohol. Please, friend, join me in trying to not be a piece of shit. Mr. X8, 300 bits, thank you. An Antipodian Squid with 100 bits. The first book in the Hannah Does Dr. Seuss book collection. These clocks are props. They're props, these clocks. Set to the wrong time. And then when Jake corrected him, he was like, Google how time zones work, bro. And then he Googled how time zones works, and he realized he was wrong. It was hilarious.
And then at the end, I proved I was right.
No, you didn't, you moron. Okay, what do you guys think? Is he so narcissistic that he legit thinks finding one time zone... Let me see. How many time zones are there? There are 24 time zones. How many time zones are off by 30 minutes? Half hour and 45-minute time zones. India, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Newfoundland. So, like, out of the time zones on the planet, most of them are not. You have it here, 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 and here. And all the rest of the planet is off by an hour. Which, by the way, the problem isn't that you had clocks off by half an hour. that were, like, actually off by half an hour. The problem is that you were applying that logic and the idea that time zones are 30 minutes off to places where that is not the case. That's the problem. You understand that? You did not prove yourself right. All you did was showcase why you had the misconception in the first place, because you applied that 30-minute rule that very few countries have, a minority of time zones have, and you applied it to all time zones. You illustrated why you were wrong, not that you were right. Logarth with 10 bits. The brain worms have come full circle on this one. I'm afraid there's no hope.
I remember that stream. It was awesome.
Hilarious. So, let's see how this goes, I guess.
And I'm even being uncharacteristically nice here. Because I'm being uncharacteristically
I like
nice.
a stream to start with. Do you want me to help you? Here we go. I'll do this again. Have you seen my impression of you? It's pretty good. I think it's pretty darn good, all things considered. I give this one a porterhouse and 12 beers. I don't even care, idiot. It's pretty good. Let me know what you think. 7 out of 10. Maybe even an 8 on a good day. Just silence then. That's always a good noise.
Okay, welcome to the actual Jake the Boring Corn Cob cast.
Is that the best he's got? Actual Jake, the Boring Corn Cob. Got him! The Boring Corn Cob. That's not even a pun. It's not even a pun. That's sad.
I don't care.
Ooh! He got him. He got me this time. Hold on. We gotta give room for substantive refutation of what I just said. Gotta get all of the room for this refutation, because this is a big one. This is a big one, folks. He doesn't care! Yeah, here you are. Fun stuff.
How long should I spend writing a clever pun?
You don't write a clever pun, you just say it. If you just say it. You just come up with something. I'm not saying you need to clock yourself in a room, but like, if you're gonna try and like insult someone, it should probably be better than that. Just saying. And you could, like, with me, you got so much material to work with. Like, I'm trans, you think I'm gross. You got a whole, it's like Picasso in a blank canvas, and it's like, instead of painting, you just threw up on it. It's disappointing.
I did this video after I was utterly unimpressed with Star Wars Squadrons. And I mean, I may give it another go, but it was just I wasn't even gonna do this video, but I had nothing else. I gotta be right back. I forgot a beer. I'll be right back.
Why does he always do this? Skip ahead to when he gets back. Oh my god, how long does it take?
As long as is needed. Okay, so this is actual Jake's
There's
latest
nothing funny
video
about
to
the tools
me.
of capitalism.
Cascadia 93, gotta get more Coors.
The first 20...
Oh, he's got a Bud Light in this one. Does Coors know that he's cheating on them? Coors stock is about to hit the fucking floor. He must make up 30% of domestic. Sorry, that's stupid. I shouldn't make fun of his alcoholism.
minutes of it or so are him just obsessing over my clocks.
Because they're wrong! Ah!
Even if they're wrong.
They were.
Why do you care that much?
Because we went over this. We've gone over this. And I'm sure when you inevitably make a stupid response to this video, which will be fun, look forward to it. Big fan. It's because it's not about them being wrong. Everyone makes mistakes. It's about the fact that they were wrong, and then it was pointed out to you. And then you confidently said, no, I'm right. And then you Googled it 3 times and proved that you were in fact wrong. And then you found one time zone that was off by 30 minutes, which is in the minority. But then you decided, haha, 3 wrong answers, 3 things that prove me wrong and 1 thing that prove why I was wrong mean I'm right. And that's funny. Again, you did it perfectly. You got a rule of 3s in there, set up, punchline, set up, punchline.
Which is like, dude, you're more obsessed with the clocks than I am.
I am. I'm very obsessed. Please send me a clock. Please, sign it. Sign the clock and send it to me at the P.O. Box. Please. Apparently, is obsession the same thing as recognizing that your clocks are wrong? What's the point of the clock if it's set wrong? Is it like some sort of postmodern art piece you're attempting? Ooh, yes, I am.
Ooh, what is this person gonna do when I deliver this bombshell?
I'm doing a study on the purpose of objects when their purpose becomes.
Well, you probably thought Piss Christ was brilliant.
Got him. Piss Christ is I don't know a lot about art, but it is a statement, right? It's a statement. You don't have to like it. That's how art works. I'm making fun of the fact that your clocks are pointless. And then you're insulting me by insulting a piece of modern art for some reason. Interesting avenue. Comes misused. Piss Christ is the one piece of postmodern art he knows, by the way, which is why he can say that. Now, I don't know other postmodern art either, but I'm also not attempting to be clever. I somehow doubt it. It's just hilarious that you act like... In fact, let's catch him. Blindside him. We're gonna blindside him. Lord of Patriarchy, right now, while you're doing a live stream and responding to this video, name one other piece of modern art that isn't Piss Christ, and don't you put your hands up right now. Put them up, so you're not Googling it. I don't know any, and I can admit that. Do it. Like you know everything. Singing... Reaper with 100 bits. Oh, is Clockman mad at you now too? I'm glad my constant badgering of Jake to cover him has bled over here. But you don't even... Honestly, I think we've about milked this one dry. How much content could possibly come out of this guy anymore? He's just gonna respond to these videos, and he'll continue to look funny. I don't mean like his looks are funny. I mean he'll continue to look silly based on the things that he is saying, and we'll all move on. Know a basic fact... like how time zones work. And it's so weird to me, too, because, like, if I'm setting a bunch of...
I'm expanding the clock wall. I am expanding...
Oh, yes. Talk to me, Daddy. Please expand the clock wall. Yes. All the clocks.
The clock wall! It drives these people this nuts. It must be expanded. The clock wall, by order of the Lord of Patriarchy. As I, servant of the Council of Masculinity, first of my name.
Ooh, he is stumbling his way through this improv comedy bit on the kingdom of masculinity.
Lord of video games, warden of beer. Or am I Lord of beer, warden of video games? Whatever. I hereby decide and decree.
I can't be horny for clocks. Don't tell me what objects to be horny for. Singing Reaper, welcome. Thank you for subscribing at Tier 1.
This clock wall must expand.
Please do.
Just because it drives these people fucking nuts.
That'd be great. Do it. I love it. Clocks. Even I wouldn't try and be like, okay, well, it's 5:17 here right now, which is the actual time where I am. And I'm setting a clock for London, and that's +5 or +6. I don't remember. Or negative. I don't know.
I just went on Google.
Again, you clearly didn't, though, because they were all wrong. I don't know.
Girl.
You know what I do when I'm setting a clock? If I was setting it for a different time zone, I would Google time in London, and I would set the...
Which is what I fucking did!
Then how drunk were you that you Googled it and you still set the clock wrong by half an hour? Because they were wrong, bud. Saying you Googled it makes it worse that they were wrong, not better. I can't believe we're still talking about the stupid clock thing.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Clock, and I do this. He's trying valiantly to save face. Is valiantly the word? Same for every other clock. It's just so weird. Singing Reaper with 100 bits, I feel partially responsible as recognized lore keeper of the clock man, so I figured subbing in some bits would make up for the cringe. Well, thank you. That you apparently had the confidence. Can you make him a staple on Chud Watch? Nah. I don't think he deserves that much attention. It's like, it's a weird...
The tools of capitalism.
It's a weird Heisenberg's uncertainty principle of like a lol cow. Because, like, on his own, he's not funny or that interesting, right? Like, he did the stupid joke video about, like, oh, I'm gonna rate women with meat. Like, okay, that's funny for a one-off. But, like, the observation of him and reacting to his videos causes him to react in such a hilarious way that it makes him worth viewing more. So, like, it's just a weird situation where he's not that funny to watch in a vacuum. It's just that he reacts so extremely and, like, so... It's like he has the spirit to have just a vicious takedown. But he doesn't, like... I'm trying to be nice here. I really am. He's not clever enough to have, like, a really good takedown back. But he's so, like... Yeah, he's got the attitude that he's like, I'm gonna make a great response video. Yeah, let me do this. And then he just, like, isn't good and tends to repeat, like, I don't care all the time. And it's like, that's kind of funny. So, the time zone, like, exchange yourself, but you don't even know how time zones work in most places. It's wild.
Oh, I'm expanding the clock wall. Oh, the clock wall shall be expanded.
Please, do it. Do it.
I don't care if the clocks match. Hell, I'm gonna...
It's funnier if they don't. Just get every clock you can find.
make sure they don't match.
Don't you know it's mainly... It's manly to be wrong and confident that you're right? Apparently... Hannah really wants Lord of Patriarchy to react to her. Oh, I don't really care either way. If you wanted... Uh-oh. I said the meme. I said I don't care. I do care, bud. Thank you. Appreciated. You sate me. Dude, it'd be pretty funny.
Who the fuck is Hannah?
The person you're responding to.
Who is Hannah? Does anyone know who the fuck Hannah is?
Haha, it's funny because I don't view trans people as valid. Haha! Got him!
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Singing Reaper with 10 bits. The only time I'll ever say it, but build that wall.
What is that, corn cobs, bitch? She already gave me a comment. She thanked me for the rating.
There's nothing funny about the tools
I would
of
be,
capitalism.
actually, I am Corn Cobb's longtime business partner. So close. Iron Q-Bolt with 20 bits. I want this arc to keep going until the original video that Jake responded to takes up only a single pixel on the screen.
Outside of that, I don't know or care who Hannah is.
Yet here we are. Funny how that works out.
Oh! Her. Well, yeah, because I kind of ran out of everything else to yell about.
Cool. Glad we're here. But...
Okay, I bought these from Walmart for like $3 each.
yeah, and you set them wrong. It's not about the fact that the clocks exist. It's fine. You're gonna set dress the way you want to do. It's the fact that you set them all wrong. Do you not understand why people are so, like, obsessed with the clock thing? Because
She's
that's
gonna be the
why.
winner challenge. I have to actually
She's
replace
gonna be
some
the
of them
winner
because they're
challenge.
broken
About the
because they're
tools of
pieces of
capitalism.
shit from Walmart.
Devious Chillster with 25 bits. The name is on the screen. How could he not Oh, he definitely realizes. He said my name earlier in the thing. He's just being snarky. He's trying to be transphobic, but in a way that is on the DL so he doesn't get, like, reported. Which is probably a good move, because if he was outwardly transphobic in that way, I would absolutely report the shit out of him. So, good move on his part. My favorite bit is that all he has to do to save face is just admit he didn't actually give a damn, and then everyone would accept. Right! No one cares if you make a mistake. Like, I've done dumb stuff like that, too. All you'd have to be is like, oh, yeah, I did set those wrong. I wasn't thinking about it. That was dumb. Whoops. And then no one... It might get mentioned occasionally, but that's it. Like, people get over it. It's the fact that you're like, no, I'm right. I know what the time zones are. That's what gets to people.
They are props. Okay, I'm not running a fucking logistics company. Why are...
Do you need to run a logistics company in order to set your clocks correctly?
Yeah, actually you do.
Because it's not like you set them randomly. You set them to what you thought were the correct times.
Are you so... No, I set them to what the time was when I Googled it.
Oh, wait. Is your claim now... This is fantastic. Is your claim now that when you set the times on the clock, they were correct? But somehow, between the time you put these clocks up and set them, time zones in London and Paris and the various places those clocks are supposed to be set to offset by half an hour? Because that is demonstrably false.
Which might have been a bit. Obsessed with my clocks.
Because it's illustrative of how stupid you are and how willing to die on a hill of wrongness you are, and it's...
And yet I still kicked his ass.
This is my favorite part. When he responds to Jake, and he just, like, says the most inane, vacuous things, and constantly, like, retreats to, I don't even care. He thinks he's fucking nailing it! He thinks he's nailing it! He's like, yes. Doing an awesome job. Lord of Patriarchy. My name isn't cringy at all. It's very, very funny.
I don't care if they're accurate or not.
That's what he's going with. It sure seemed like it, because when you got called on it the first time, you went and Googled time zones to prove yourself right, and in doing so, you proved...
No, I just wanted to prove that, yes, it is possible to have a half an hour.
It's not about it being possible somewhere. It's about the fact that the places that were set off by half an hour are not those places. The mental gymnastics are absolutely astounding.
For time difference. That was the only disproving there, lady. Like, I'm really trying to be nice here. I'm really, really trying.
I could certainly tell. Please. Please. I dare you. I dare you say something that'll get you banned off YouTube. I am more than willing to take that bullet if it means you get off the platform. Proved yourself wrong. So, this seems like a further retreat to be like, haha, I got all of you. I was only pretending to be incredibly stupid.
Well, I got New York, so Boston would be under the same time zone, I think. I don't know.
There's
Like
nothing funny about the
Mongolia,
tools
like
of
Kuala
capitalism.
Lumpur or something.
Singing Reaper says your laugh is so cute and Dave is the nicest man. Andrew Dickerson, I'm pretty sure he either put the clocks at random times or just put them up with the same times as they were set when he bought them. They weren't, though. They definitely weren't. Because, like, they're set to different time zones, or what he thought were. There's labels under them for, like, New York, London, whatever. And they were set. Some of them are dead now, apparently, but, like, many of them were set correctly in the sense that it was, like,
I don't
the
have
same
any.
as each other in terms of, like, minute hand, but they weren't correct in the way that, like, they were correct based on actual, like, Greenwich Mean Time relative to other locations on the world. Does that make sense?
Like, seriously, I don't give a
Tools of
shit.
capitalism.
Oh, and then he acts shocked that I make the joke about looking like the creepy guy with the rape van. Oh my god, self-deprecating humor.
Devious Chills 25 bits, no Lord of Clocks. You can't do the excuse after like 4 times of defending how wrong they are now. His brain is so smooth and full of hot air, I'm certain it'd count as a non-stick pan. That's good.
The hallmark of the leftist. Like, seriously, they can't handle self-deprecating humor.
What? Jake has done self-deprecating humor plenty of times, as do I. That's a weird falsehood to try and spread. Did you not see the other day when I made fun of you and I showed my 7 head? No? Okay.
No, I didn't see that. Don't want to see that.
You saw it now. You're welcome.
I think I may retire from debating people.
What debate? This isn't a debate. This is just making fun of each other episodically. Ugh.
Because the reason is they take themselves way too seriously. Anyway.
Yes, as we can see from Jake
Nothing
here,
funny about the tools of
in his
capitalism.
professional corn suit.
No, the reason is Jake is wearing it because he said he can make anyone on the right look like an idiot while wearing a corn suit.
Yeah, it's funny.
You can come at me anytime. You could have contacted me on Twitter.
I'm good. I don't really want to talk to you person to person. For one thing, you're clearly transphobic, which, like, I understand I'm non-passing. That's just kind of the hand I was dealt, and that's unfortunate, but here we are. But, like, I'm good.
funny about the
I don't really
tools of
feel the need.
capitalism.
What would I even debate with you? Oh, libertarianism. Is it good? I could get 16-year-old me in here to come and explain why libertarianism is stupid, but I'm good. You keep hanging out with Ayn Rand, and the adults will make the government function. Debate time zones. Clearly, leftists, we take ourselves too seriously.
You generally do. I'm going to just... I ain't touching that.
I ain't touching that. In the speeches and the annals of mankind, when they discuss the greatest rebuttals and the
funny
greatest
about the tools of
refutations of
capitalism.
claims, surely Lord of Patriarchy will be recorded in the annals of history for his I ain't touching that one. Just say you can't rebut it. That's fine. It's fine to just either ignore it or just be like, nah. Don't be like, I ain't touching that one.
That's
Singing Reaper with 10 bits. Who cares how well we passed? Drunk Me was obsessed with your hat during Christmas Saves a few weeks ago.
see if I even care.
Let's see. You spend... How much of this video do you spend talking about Jake? You spend an hour and a half.
Yeah. On a video I had no intention of making.
Okay, but you made it! But you made it!
On a video I had no plan for. On a video that I had to make at the spur of the moment because the video I was intending to make was games and beer.
There's nothing
That
funny
was
about the tools of
fucking boring.
Devious Chilster with 50 bits. Jesus Christ. You equip foil armor when talking about flat earthers. Jake is corn god. Contra dresses like a cat girl. Ollie Thorne once doused herself in, or himself rather, in brown sauce. H Bomber Guy knocked down a wall to scream about Aquaman. What bread tuber does this guy watch? Yeah, I don't get it.
There's nothing
You know,
funny about the
sometimes
tools
I
of
have to
capitalism.
jettison shit.
Skywise with 8 bits. Hannah, I think you're cute AF. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Like tonight. Actually, tonight. The only reason you're fucking on here is because tonight I had to jettison a game that was as boring as getting a hand job from a $100 hooker.
Ooh, okay. See, this is the problem, Lord of Patriarchy, and I've done this too. Everyone does this. You start a joke, not knowing where you're going. I understand that. You start a joke, and then you don't know where you're going. But it's fine to bail out in that case and be like, okay, I couldn't think. I've done that before on stream. I start a joke, not knowing where it's going, hoping my brain's gonna fill in the gap. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But here's your joke. This is more boring than a hand job setup from a $100 hooker payoff. Typically, you'd want, like, if you want the joke to be, it's boring, setup payoff, you'd be like, a $20 hooker, or if you want to go really hyperbolic, a $5 hooker. A $100 hooker would probably give you an okay hand job? I guess I don't know. I've never solicited a prostitute. But, like, just as a joke, it's muddled. It's muddled as a joke. I don't know. I feel like $100... Like, let's say you go to Craigslist and you get, like, a sex worker. $100. A $100 hand job? If I'm getting a $100 hand job, it better be a decent hand job. It's a terrible joke.
Like, she'll do it, and you'll get off, but there's nothing really there. It's like getting a hand job from
Opportunity 2. He's gonna redo the joke. We have an opportunity for redemption. Does he do it?
the masseuse at your local health club.
Okay. That's a little bit better. That's a setup, same setup. Payoff is masseuse local health club. Okay. That's like a happy ending, but not a great one. That's at least a joke. Redeemed.
Like, she'll do it. You'll get off.
Oh, don't explain the
But there's
joke.
nothing really
Don't explain the joke, though. We get it. We get the joke. You don't have to...
there. You know, I'm sorry, but sometimes I have to jettison shit.
There's nothing funny about the tools.
Devious
of
Chilster with 50
capitalism.
bits. A joke. It's as boring as a hand job from Ben Stein on Downers wondering where Ferris Bueller is. Yeah, that's pretty good.
But because it's a live stream, I kind of feel like I have to fill.
You can even do, like, reference humor. You can be like, this is more boring. Well, no, because that wouldn't be boring. I was going to say more boring than a hand job from, like, Zoidberg. That's not really boring. That'd just be painful.
It up with something else. That's why this video exists at all.
Methinks you care. He dressed in a corn suit, yeah.
No, I had nothing else to do.
Right, but with nothing else to do, you still chose to cover this. And you
There's
covered it
nothing funny
multiple
about the tools of
times.
capitalism.
Guy, it's fine to admit you care at least a little bit. I'm not saying these back and forths between you and Jake, and now you and I, are the most important thing in your life. Clearly that's the alcohol, understandably. But no, you can't just say you don't care at all. You care at least a little bit, and that's okay. Caring about things isn't bad. It's part of being a human being. Antipodian Squid, need a hand job? Why not Zoidberg? Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, reference humor.
I had nothing else to go after, and because of the length of
Fellas, is it gay to care about things?
this,
I wanted to end this stream an hour ago, people. Why hath ye done this?
I figured, okay,
There's
this
nothing
could make
funny
a
about
live
the tools
The
of
only important
capitalism.
thing in Dave's life is climbing Coors Mountain.
stream. Unfortunately, Jake is as boring as sandpaper, and I'd rather have
That's pretty bad.
my balls rubbed against this shit
Ugh.
than, you know, fucking, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the dismount on that one was... And, you know, fucking... Yeah. But it's this is Robin Williams level improv we're dealing with,
There's
folks.
nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
DM Trey, on the topic of ending the stream, when you are done, you should raid Demon Mama. She is a smaller channel with good content that could use some love. Okay, I'll take a look.
There's nothing
You wanted
funny
to
about
end the
tools
stream
of
a time
capitalism.
zone ago? Has it been half an hour already? Serious corn suit, guys. That's Jake's business suit. That's just the truth, okay?
Hey, callous hands. A lot of guys. If they're in the right spot, if those calluses are in the right spot, ooh, baby.
When Jake pops on that corn suit, that's his power suit. That's his Hillary Clinton in like a
Well, Hillary Clinton lost, so you really want to attach this to that bitch?
sharp. It's a joke, bud. It's a joke. A sharp blazer. That's his power suit. And how dare you make fun of it, okay?
Yeah, they can be all. Hillary Clinton
Oh no, is he gonna continue? Yikes.
lost by half an hour, dude.
Yeah. Oh, you fucking. Come on, dude. Come on, man. Don't.
He does have a very good sense of comedic timing. Like, he'll do a joke that, like, even if it was, like, a good joke, like, okay, fine. I don't necessarily think it's funny, but humor is subjective. And then he'll, like, let the video play a little bit more.
There's nothing
And
funny
then he'll
about the tools
continue
of
the joke
capitalism.
past the point, like, nope, that ain't it, bud. Windchanter with 10 bits. Why are these so fun to watch? I have no idea.
You don't pretend that isn't an L, dude. You cannot pretend that's not an L.
There's nothing
You.
funny about the
Okay,
tools
I'll
of
tell you
capitalism.
what. In the spirit of YouTube, sportsman video, whatever, fine.
You forgot Jake is in this video somewhere, too. Yeah.
I took an L on the fucking clocks like I get.
Oh, good. He admitted it. He's
There's
doing
nothing
it
funny about the
sarcastically,
tools of
but
capitalism.
I'll take that. Singing Reaper with 25 bits. Dave's favorite thing is to get mad at people not understanding his jokes when all he does is not understand people making fun of him. And Sandil with 25 bits. Is Dave gonna eventually get a
There's nothing
wheat
funny
suit
about
to
the
solidify
tools of
his place as
capitalism.
Jake's rival? That would be good.
a rat's ass.
No, see, the wheat suit would be something someone with a sense of humor would do. I don't think he's capable of that.
Yeah, I'll be crying into my beer over that.
There's nothing funny
You
about
just
the
have to
tools of
take it and be like,
capitalism.
I didn't fucking know that. Oh well, who gives a shit? It's literally.
Maya's board says, I work at a museum. Corn suits are mandatory for us. It's a very serious place, of course. Obviously. Cascadia 93 with
There's
25
nothing
bits.
funny
Ladies
about
and
the-
gentlemen,
there's nothing funny about the
we
tools
got
of
him.
capitalism.
Ended the clocks. I set them up. I Googled time zones.
He needs a
That's
barley
what they
suit.
That's what they show.
No, but that's not the case,
Yeah.
bud. That's not what happened. Why are...
There's nothing funny about the tools of
I'm
capitalism.
decking the wall out in clocks. I'm decking the wall out in clocks. And I may make
Do
damn
it,
sure
please.
They all show wrong time zones.
are you mischaracterizing this?
Christ, I wish I'd have named myself the Lord of Time. Jesus, I wish I'd have named myself the Lord of Time
That's Doctor Who. You're thinking of Doctor Who.
so that I could put all these clocks up and say, no, I don't care what your shit says. This is the time in Los Angeles. So says the Lord.
You had the clocks set to completely wrong times that were offset by a half an hour. I don't know about the hour hand. I didn't look at that. But the minute hand was off in many cases by at least a half an hour.
You are aware that there's going to be a half-hour difference between time zones.
Not the time zones that they were, though! That's the problem! It's like he thinks like, well, some time zones are half an hour, so even if I get it wrong, it's not wrong. No, it was wrong because of the specific clocks that were off by that. Like, the only places that it should be that are, like, India, Australia, and, like, one place in Canada. Those are, like, the three big places, and there's some other places, but, like, there's, like, 5 or 6 of them. It's not a ton of places.
You wonderful, brave person.
Because for some reason, you seem to be under the belief that time zones go by half-hour increments. In
They do.
some places they do, but it's quite rare. Most time zone differences are an hour apart. And if you had just Googled when you said...
I Googled it. I didn't care.
What? Google's telling me the time in London is 5:30 p.m. Well, guess what? Google, you libcuck search engine, it's 6 p.m. in London. So saith the fucking Lord.
The clocks were props.
Again, I refer you to my previous hat analogy for why that is a really stupid argument.
Okay. I didn't need to set the fucker to Greenwich Mean Time.
They're clocks. They should be set by the time zone relative to Greenwich Mean Time, yes. Because that's how clocks work.
They were designed to look like an old-style newsroom, which
Yeah.
had a bunch of...
In old-style newsrooms, you know the thing
There's
about
nothing
those
funny
clocks?
about the tools of
They were set
capitalism.
correctly. They weren't set randomly. They were props, but they weren't just props. They were also like, oh, what time is it in London right now? And they could look at the clock and
There's
know.
nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Antipodian Squid, I did the work. I didn't care. The clocks are props. I don't care. Lord of Cringe. Lord of Cringe, yeah. Singing Reaper with 10 bits. Tokyo and London had a 20-minute time difference in the original video. Yeah.
fucking clocks. Oh my god, why do I have to explain this?
Set the clocks because you've explained it, but your explanation makes it worse. If they're props, then you haven't done your due diligence in making sure your props don't make you look stupid. London time zone, or London I'm gonna get time. past the
Done
clock
that.
bit,
I don't
because
know.
we've had enough of
Jesus
the clocks.
Yeah, I can, but I really don't want to do it. Let the Kingsman. No, I decided, we're gonna see if we can go a little bit farther with this. A little bit further.
Each other one, because they're like a time zone after.
Be wrong about something too.
I set the clocks wrong.
Might be wrong.
Just say,
You're might be wrong about something too.
I'm thinking that's another dumb transphobic joke. Hey, bud. Trans people exist. I know you don't like us. That's okay. You don't have to. But maybe just, like, get used to it. Being made fun of because you're dying on this hill. And it's a very stupid hill to die on.
I don't fucking care.
Literally pointless. It's literally pointless. It was something dumb that I cared about that that you could just been
for
like,
some reason
yeah, I
you
don't know.
still
There are only, like, 2 places where the time zones belong.
I want to get past
I
the
don't know.
clock
Like-
thing.
Herself,
I don't know Young Turks very much.
There we go.
Anna Kasparian.
Ah, I know her.
She is kind of tough to judge, what with all the fucking plastic surgery she's had.
Oh. His basement is cosplaying as an airport. I had a few drinks, but you to say that Papa Bird Jake is best friend. Hey, thanks, Cupcake. Appreciate you. has
But
plastic
I'll
surgery.
go New York Strip and
By the way, this is Jake's fan base. Just like everyone to know that.
Are you talking about me? I'm not Jake's fan base. I'm Jake's business partner. We've done videos together on Hannah and Jake for like the better part of a decade. Not his fan base. I'm his equal.
5 beers if she keeps her mouth shut. I'm gonna need 25 if she talks.
What's the New York Strip part? Like, is that the dinner that she has to pay for?
No, that's the cut of meat that I put her hotness next to. Oh.
I'm curious what he's gonna say, because I know coming up here, I say something to the effect of, like, because he tries to defend this as a joke, and I'm like, what's the joke here? Like, just saying offensive things isn't a joke in and of
Nothing
itself.
funny about the
Is he
tools
just
of
gonna say, yes, it
capitalism.
is? What is he gonna say? Winds changer with 10 bits. That would involve using the Google, which I'm convinced Dave doesn't know how to do. True. Dave, just so you know, like, if you're curious, like, what relation I have to Jake. So, actual Jake's channel is not the first channel he has, nor me. We have this channel, Hannah and Jake, that we've been doing for, like, 8 years together. We've done quite a few things. We have years and years of content going long before I came out. So, like, that's a thing, in case you're curious.
We can see the salt in the offense rising.
I've seen salty Jake. Jake is not salty at this moment.
We found out later what it is, but this is just fucking amazing.
The fact that I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. That's why I made an hour-and-a-half response to your response to my video.
Guess I had nothing else to do.
That doesn't mean you don't care. What do you not understand? It's not a crime to care. Like, when Jake's watching your video, even if he has nothing else to do, which is a lie, by the way. You could go sit and watch a movie or something and drink beer. Like, you're clearly getting drunk. And I understand that. Also, alcoholic. Deal with it. I understand. But, like, you don't watch something that's an hour and a half long because you have nothing better to do. You watch a movie or something that might be bad because you have nothing better to do. You don't sit and watch someone's response to your response or whatever this one happens to be because you don't care. It's fine to care. There's no harm in caring. It's just that when you say, I don't care, it's a bad response because clearly you do.
Oh my god, fuck it. I'm gonna see what David Pakman's done. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm a glutton for punishment. By the way, you need a shave.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm aware. I actually recently got a safety razor that works pretty well. But I'm very aware of my facial hair. Not a fan of it. Makes me very dysphoric and depressed. I am getting electrolysis, though, in case you were genuinely interested and not just being a cunt.
Pretty okay. I feel like I need to breathe. I feel like I need...
I hate... One of my pet peeves is when people say they don't care. It's a pet peeve when people are doing, like, this kind of thing for a hobby or for a living or whatever. If it's something you do regularly and you're like, I don't care, though. I don't care. It's like a way to disassociate yourself from what you're currently doing.
No, it means I don't give a shit.
Yes, you do. You're doing a response to a response to a response to me, and my money's on the fact that I think you're going to respond to this video too, and you don't do that if you don't care. You can say it all you want. Your actions speak 1,000 times louder than your words.
I don't care if what you find that I've done is utterly sexist. I don't fucking
Laser is not permanent like electrolysis is, so I gotta get electrolysis.
care. You seem to forget this feud started out not with this video. This feud started out with my response to
There's
an
nothing
Arthur
funny
video.
about the tools of capitalism.
Singing Reaper with 10 bits, I relate heavily to hating your facial hair. Nothing sends me into a bad episode more than realizing I haven't shaved in the morning and worrying about people's perception. Yeah, it sucks.
And then, and there, Jake cared a lot. He cared a whole fucking lot.
Jake probably cares. He's doing the video on you. Of course he cares. I care. This is what you don't get. It's like you think when we're saying, like, you obviously care. It's like you think it's an insult. There are plenty of insults we've thrown your way. Caring is not one of them. There's nothing wrong with caring.
Sent him the grading women video. Because
Do hormones help thin out the hair a bit? It helped a little, but I have pretty dark hair, so it's like... It's still very visible.
I knew it would trigger him. And the sad fact of the matter is that whole channel is a joke. Okay?
Again, I hope he gets to the part. Maybe he won't. Maybe he won't get to that part. But I literally explain, it's not a joke. Saying offensive things that you actually think isn't a joke. Jokes aren't just things that other people get mad at you for saying.
Once I sent him that, it got him completely the fuck off my Lord of Patriarchy channel. Outside of if I choose to bring him up. As I've chosen to bring you up, because, quite frankly, pickings suck.
Okay. So either you actually do care, and you just think that saying that you care is somehow an admission of, I don't know what you think it is. Guilt, because you think it's bad. No idea. Or you're bad at your job in curating videos for your stream. Pick your poison on that one. Hey, kitty, come on. You want to come up here? Yeah, come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Hello.
I might challenge you to a debate. I don't know. I don't really care anymore.
Oh, God, that'll be embarrassing. Jake will be so... Oh, God. This guy can't even, like, have clever comebacks or, like, make substantive points when he's just sitting on his own without someone to actively in real time rebut him. Him debating with Jake would be embarrassing. Jake, please debate him. It'll be hilarious. Come on.
But, no. This whole thing started with my Arthur video. Which, feel free to critique. Feel free to use the whole
Andrew Dickerson. Psst, 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 psst. She's just laying on the chair next to me. I don't know if she wants to get up on the desk.
goddamn thing. And yeah, you can put this in court.
Bud, I would never say I don't care. I just wouldn't, because I would look like an idiot for saying so. If I spend an hour or 30 minutes or even 10...
You are also aware that I am responding to even with your screenshot, 2.5 hour response to my video. So I made a video that was an hour and a half long.
Right. But why are you acting like the options were either spend an hour and a half on this video or spend 2 hours and 22 minutes on this video? There's another option. I don't know if you know this, but you can just not cover it at all if you don't really care. Like, if someone made some sort of response to me and I legitimately didn't care, I just wouldn't cover it. I'd just, like, not deal with it because I'd be like, whatever. I got other things to deal with. You still spent an hour and a half. That's a considerable amount of time.
Responding to Jake's 2.5 hour video on me.
Right. And Jake's not saying he doesn't care. I'm sure he does care, at least to an extent. He finds you funny, and that's a way of caring, right? He cares.
Who's really obsessed here, dude?
It's not about obsession. It's about caring. Everyone in this situation clearly cares enough to continue the interactions.
Anyway, I'm done with... I'm
Ooh, is he gonna get in one more swipe at being trans? Let's see.
done with
Is he gonna say, Hannah?
this. Well, fuck it. I'm done with it, bitch.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. That's weirdly validating. I'll take it.
I'll be nice. I'll be nice. God, I 1 minute more. 1 minute more.
10 minutes watching your video and trying to either refute things you're saying or just straight up making fun of you. Whatever it happens to be. The video goes on for 6 more minutes. I clearly care. Like, there was the same thing when I covered Jeremy. I would never be like, oh, Jeremy made another video. I don't care. I care deeply. I'm Jeremy's biggest fan.
There's nothing funny about the
I wouldn't watch these things.
Who the hell is Jeremy?
The Quartering, Jeremy Hambley. He is the world's biggest Brie Larson fan, and I'm the world's biggest Brie Larson fan's biggest fan. Things if I didn't care at all. Devious Chillster with 25 bits. If anything, Jake is getting buttered for the smackdown of some toasted wheat.
There's nothing funny about the
Maya
tools
is
of capitalism.
singing Reaper with 20 bits. It's like when a bunch of anti-abortion people called me whore and slut at Planned Parenthood since they assumed I was a woman. Indirect validation. Bored. What kind of meta thing is this? You watch a reaction to a reaction to a reaction? I
even brought that up.
Yeah, we all have. It's an easy, like, comment to make because it is very strange.
We're watching reactions to reactions to reactions to reactions. Like, me and Jake are in a tennis match at the moment.
After this, I don't think I'm going to do another one of these. Specifically because, just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. I'm sure Jake wants to go back and forth on this, and that's hilarious. But this guy just annoys me. I'll probably cover other things from this guy, but this is the last time I'll cover the him covering him, covering him, covering him, covering him, covering him, covered by me. Because it gets confusing, and it's also just ridiculous.
Oxygen tank. Holy shit. Anna is pretty, though. Yeah, that's the New York Strip. It's a good cut of meat, I guess. He thinks she's a...
It's okay. But Anna ain't that fucking pretty. Okay? This is a professionally done photo.
See, okay, and here's the thing, too. Lord of Patriarchy claims multiple times in one of his videos, like, Jake thought I was being serious. What a moron. And then here he is, defending what he said, because clearly it isn't a joke.
Anna is not that pretty. If you look at her videos on the Young Turks, holy shit. She looks fucking weird. I won't
Right.
say
You're literally doing what I said you were doing. You're literally doing the thing. So what about what you're doing by rating people is a joke? It's not a joke. It's just a thing you genuinely believe and are putting out there. And then when people are like, that's a pretty fucked up thing to do, you go, haha, I was only joking. It's not a joke then.
ugly. I won't say pretty. She looks weird. Like, not only is her hair tied back, her skin is as well.
Jokes aren't just when you say offensive things, as much as certain chuds seem to think so. Just saying something that you actually believe that is offensive isn't a joke. That's not what jokes are.
Oh, jokes can't be offensive.
No.
No, that's not the...
No. Did you actually listen to the words that came out of my mouth? Jokes have a setup and a punchline. Just saying an offensive thing in and of itself is not a joke. I didn't say anything that is offensive can't be a joke. I said just being offensive for its own sake, when you legitimately mean what you're saying, is not a joke, because it isn't. Like, here's an offensive joke. What was the... Oh, God, I used to know a bunch of dead baby jokes. I'm trying to think of one. It's been a long, long time since middle school, let me tell you. Hold on, I'll look one up, just because I don't know them off the top of my head. What's funnier than a dead baby? A dead baby in a clown costume. Okay, not very funny, but, like, it has a setup and a payoff. You already have something shocking, which is, again, like, a gross thing to say, and then you have a punchline of something ridiculous and unexpected, right? That's a joke. Setup, payoff. Not a particularly funny joke, but you get where I'm going with this. Just saying something offensive like, I think this lady's ugly, and this is the meat I would compare her to, and this is how drunk I have to be. That's not a joke. It's just honestly rambling, like, offensively about someone else. That's why it's not a joke.
The way jokes work, sweetheart. By the way, you can go back. I've used that insult on every other female person I've disagreed with.
Right on. Thanks for validating me, you disgusting alcoholic pig.
Jokes are jokes.
Right. And what you're doing here with the meat, it's not a joke because there's not really a punchline. You're just saying offensive things that you believe. It's not the fact that it's offensive that makes it not a joke. The fact that it's not a joke makes it not a joke.
I don't care if you get offended by them or not.
It's not about offense, you absolute moron. It's about the fact that it isn't a joke. You don't get to, in this window down here, say, haha, you're so stupid, corn man. You have taken me seriously. And then down in this video, going, oh, but actually, let me defend what I said because I actually truly believe this. Do you
I didn't say that. But okay.
You did. You also did it over here where you're like, let me tell you why I actually think she's ugly. So it's not a joke. That's not a joke then. You're just parroting what you said here. But seriously, which makes this not a joke because it's not like ironic or a punchline. You're just saying what you actually believe. That's not a joke.
Okay.
See the contradiction.
Have you seen her on the Young Turks lately?
Good cut of meat.
Oh, and your fans are like, he's criticizing her. Look at his looks. Yeah, I look like a fucking gargoyle.
I think that's a little mean to gargoyles, but go off.
This is how many drinks he has to have to be attracted to Anna Kasparian.
Jake pulls up your pics in this one. Oh, God.
Well, if she keeps her mouth shut.
How far in does he do it, though? Because, like, I'm not watching this whole hour and a half thing. No way. We'd be here all night. So I might not even see that part.
Looking.
Don't you do it! Don't you do it!
Do what? Have mercy, Papa. I almost died.
If it
Alright, I'm done with this shit. I might send a little message.
There's nothing funny about
to
the tools
Hannah
of capitalism.
Probably not. I don't care.
He did leave a comment, and he made this video, so he does care, I guess. Antipodian's good with 100 bits. Not gonna lie, though, I'm kind of impressed by his lack of open transphobic crap and the fact that he's only been one misgendering. I mean, there's been one jab, which is pretty gross, but overall, I'm surprisingly pleased with him. I think it's because he knows. He knows if he was open about that, he would, he'd get banned. Rightfully so. But there have been a couple times where he, like, implied what he meant, which is, if you're gonna do it, I guess that's the way you do it. Because I'm not going to report him for implying the offensive shit he believes. Only if he says it. Anyway.
And
honestly, and some people are like, oh, I prefer when people are out in the open. No, I 100% prefer stealth transphobes and stealth racists and stuff to ones that are, like, really loud about it. It's great.
I think this is where I'm probably going to end it for tonight. So, let me open this up and move myself back over here. I think this is where I'm probably going to end it for tonight. And wish everyone out there a pleasant evening, and yeah, I'll see everyone tomorrow. Good health, good luck. Subscribe to the Twitch stream. Become a Patreon on Patreon, as this channel I really don't want to take. I don't know if I want to go through getting it monetized, so. Alright, that is this one.
Yikes. Lord of Patriarchy, if you watch this video, I don't know if you will. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. It's fine either way. Please stop drinking so much. I know how that is. It's not good for us. No bueno. Anyway, that's enough of Lord of Patriarchy for now.